and welcome to Tutorials with Larry. My name is Larry King, and I hope to teach you something new today. So in our last video, we built some farms, we built some animal farms, and started reproducing my cows and pigs and chickens. Those are coming along pretty good here. You can see this thing here is still catching eggs. So we're starting to get a few there. One thing I'm going to show you too with this is grab a few eggs. You can see I built a little bit of a taller pillar here. If you take those eggs, throw them against that wooden pillar, every now and then one of these eggs will hatch into a little baby chicken. You usually don't get very many, but that's another way of reproducing these guys pretty quickly. So today I want to talk about mining. Specifically about how do you find diamond. There's really no magical way of doing that. There's a lot of different techniques. Everyone seems to have a kind of their own opinion on the best way to do that. So I'm going to kind of show you my favorite way and some of the techniques I use, and maybe we'll get lucky and actually find some diamond. So over here I actually built a little entrance to a mine, and I think what we're going to do, there's a couple different techniques you can do to get to the diamond level. You can build stairs going all the way down, or you can dig straight down. That's a little more dangerous. If you're not careful, you can end up digging yourself into a pool of lava or something nasty. Or you can spiral down, whatever, different techniques. But I think what I'm going to do for this one is I'm actually going to dig straight down. I'm going to bring a couple buckets with me and build a little pool of water, so in the future we can actually just come over here, jump down a little hole, and it'll take us straight down to the diamond level, and we just splash in the water safely. And then for now I'll build a ladder coming up, but once we get into the nether, we can build ourselves a little bubble elevator coming up once we find some soul sand. So anyway, I'm going to start digging down. What I recommend for this is definitely bring a pick or two if you can afford it. Definitely a shovel and lots of torches. And you want a couple of buckets with some water in it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig down to a level of 11. That's a big debate. Some people like to go to 12, some go to 10. 11 seemed to suit me the most. And the way you do that, if you're running Minecraft on the PC, the Java version, if you hit the F3 key, you get all this cool technical information here. This number right here, you see as I'm jumping up and down, is the one you want to look at. That's the height that you want to get down to of 11. And so I'm going to start digging down until we get down to 11, and I will be back in just a little bit. Okay, well, I was digging straight down, and I actually landed right in the middle of a natural dungeon. So this is kind of lucky. You can usually find some goodies here. A lot of monsters that we're going to have to deal with, but I'm going to keep digging straight down. I think we can come back and revisit this area later. But yeah, you can often find treasure in places like this. You can find lots of railroad track, lots of wood, as you can see. Just kind of cool. So anyway, I'm going to keep digging straight down and get down to our level 11. Okay, we made it down here, but there is lava everywhere. So let me show you the coolest thing you can do with your buckets when you find yourself surrounded by lava like this. Just pull out a bucket, and usually I'll kind of point it towards a wall like this, and just right click. And if you right click again, you'll actually pick up that water as it's starting to spread. But what it does is it creates obsidian. Turns that lava into obsidian, and basically makes it safe. So I'm going to go ahead and you can see there's already some cool resources down here. Some iron, got some coal, and of course some redstone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build a tiny pool of water right here in this little area that we just built straight down, and then I'm going to start climbing up and getting back to the surface so that we can start setting up sort of a little base down here. Okay, well, I got the mine all ready to go. and brought some supplies with me too. So just a recommendation, when you do some strip mining, you want to make sure you have at least a couple of picks with you. I don't have a lot of iron, but I was able to make an extra pick, and I've got an extra shovel here as well. So hopefully that'll get us started. And you can see how I just built my little water trap down here, so you can just jump straight down. And yeah, I got things set up down here. Got a bed. It's kind of nice to have a bed in your strip mine, just because you're going to be spending a lot of time down here. It's also nice to have a place you can respawn in case you do die, that's close by, and you don't have to go all the way up the ladder to go back to your house. It's also nice to have some furnaces, lots of storage, things like that down here. So I'm going to go and start mining in this direction right here. So basically the way I typically do it is I'll build one large mine shaft going straight back, and then I'll build these smaller mine shafts going off to the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging through here. And the way I like to do this is I like to have, basically I do my sort of side mine shafts too wide. So I'm going to go in another section here. Now, of course, anytime down here you could find diamond. So that's kind of the exciting part. Once you're at this level, this is kind of where the diamond typically appears. Okay, see some redstone there. So this is basically how I strip mine. I'll do a 2 wide. Some people will just do 2 high. I like doing 3 high, just because it gives you one extra chance to catch some diamond that might be above you. And I'll usually kind of dig down, I don't know, about every 5 blocks. Maybe I'll drop a torch. And show you another pro tip here. So when you're actually using a pick or a shovel or any type of a tool, you can actually drag your torches here to your shield slot. I might have talked about that in a previous video, but what's kind of cool is you can just quickly right click. You don't have to switch inventory slots to grab a torch. So about every 5, I'll drop a torch and just keep going down, maybe about a good, I don't know, 40 blocks or so. And then I can come back and start digging the next mine shaft. Okay, I just want to show you this really quick. I was digging my mine shaft and I found a vein of coal. So I've been just following it down, kind of down this hole here. But right here, this is what's called bedrock. So basically bedrock is the lowest level in the game. And it's actually a block that you can't break, even with a diamond pick or netherite. So just to let you know, if you ever are digging way down and you end up seeing this stuff, that's the lowest level of the game. So if I were to keep digging down further, you'll see more and more of it appear. But basically, you can't get any lower than that in Minecraft. All right, we found our first diamonds here. So, okay. So whenever you find diamond, what I typically like to do is make sure and dig around. And of course, this is like the smallest diamond vein. It's only 1 diamond. Sometimes, you know, there might be one that's kind of diagonal, that's a little bit hidden and stuff. So I like to kind of dig around and just to see if there's any others. But yeah, 1 lousy diamond. But hey, it's better than nothing. It's a good start. All right. We've got more diamond this time. Hopefully more than 2. All right. All right. Well, five isn't too bad. All right. Well, let me patch up this hole here, and then let's go make ourselves a diamond pick, and I can show you what all the fuss is all about and why you actually want to have diamond. So I will be back shortly. Okay, before we make ourselves a diamond pick, I wanted to show you what my mine kind of turned out to look like. It was kind of hard to describe when I was first starting here, but basically what I like to do is I like to go 2 wide for each of my mine shafts, and then I will skip 2 walls and then go 2 wide again. The reason I do it that way is because this mine shaft here is touching this wall, and this mine shaft here is touching that wall. So if you keep repeating this pattern over and over and over, you're guaranteed to make sure and expose any diamond that exists, not just in the shaft, but in the walls themselves. So that's basically it. And for my main mine shaft here, that kind of separates all these, I generally like to make 3 wide, and I'll put some sort of a decorative element inside of this mine shaft so that I know, when I'm coming back and forth between all these, which one is my main mine shaft that's going to take me back to my base here. So that's basically it. And I haven't done a lot of digging really in the scheme of things. Strip mining, you can go on and on and on for quite a while, but I did find 6 diamond. And the cool thing is I found a bunch of other stuff too. So I've been able to find a bunch of iron, some gold. You're going to need gold when you go into the nether because you're going to want to wear at least 1 piece of gold armor. And then some other elements that you would use later in the game, such as redstone and this lapis lazuli, which is however you pronounce it. It's actually used for enchanting items. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a diamond pick here. Okay. Now, the big deal about all this, these iron picks, they're great, but a couple things. They do wear out very quickly. In this little bit of a mine that I started to dig here, I've probably gone through maybe 9 or 10 iron picks. And unfortunately, you find a lot of iron, so that's okay. But these diamond ones last so much longer, and they'll actually dig a little faster too. I'll give you an example here. And it's probably hard to tell. You need like a stopwatch to really tell the difference between how quickly this mines, but these wear out a lot slower, and so this is kind of really what you want to look for is diamond. Now, the other thing that diamond's awesome for and that a regular iron pickaxe will not work with is getting obsidian. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some obsidian. I happen to have some here in this main area, and I want to get 14 pieces of this, and then we're going to make ourselves a nether portal, and I'll show you how to go into the nether. So you'll find that even this stuff is actually pretty tough for a diamond pick. You've got to whack on it for a while. Now, since I made this obsidian floor with a bucket, be careful. There might still be lava underneath. So, all right. So we got to do that 14 times here, and then we'll go up to the surface and we'll make ourselves a nether portal. I can show you how to go in there and show you what that's all about as well. Okay, I've got our 14 obsidian. We're going to head up to the surface here, and let's go make ourselves a nether portal. Make sure there's no creepers around here. Okay, so to make the nether portal, it's pretty simple. Basically, what you want to do is go across 4. And then we're going to go up 4. And then we'll just complete the top. Just like that. Now you're going to need a flint and steel. And you make that with 1 piece of iron and 1 piece of flint. It's real simple. It's actually kind of a cool tool. You can actually use it to start stuff on fire. So just right click on something. You can actually click on a tree and actually burn down an entire forest if you wanted to. But you also need it to sort of enable your nether portal. So once this is built, just come up anywhere on the inside here, just right click, and boom. You now have a gateway to the nether. So it's probably safe to put your valuables away before you go into the nether for the first time, but I say let's just go for it. Let's see what it looks like. What you do is just stand here for a second. All right, put our portal in kind of an interesting place, but it's okay. Looks like it's safe here. So the thing to remember, there are a lot of dangers in the Nether. It's actually a lot more dangerous than the rest of the world. So just walk around cautiously and try not to get lost, because you got to find your way back to your Nether portal. But there's lava everywhere. There's monsters everywhere. There's some monsters that'll actually attack you if you're not wearing gold armor. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you what the Nether looked like. Let's go just stand here for a second. It'll take us right back to our home. All right, we're safe. I think that is probably all I wanted to cover in our video today. Ultimately, I just wanted to kind of show you all the basics of Minecraft. How to create things like farms, create your first house, how to mine, and how to get to the Nether. And from this point, I think you could take it from here and definitely do lots of exploring, build lots of pretty things, and just have fun with this awesome game. Anyway, if you have any questions, or if there's any other kind of video you'd like to see, maybe on some more advanced topics, things like that, just let me know in the comments. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. I'm going to keep trying to make more videos. Thanks again for watching, and hope you have a good day and have fun in Minecraft.